Hello everyone, my name is Joanna, and here we can find support in healing insecure attachment style. Today I would like to share with you how applying principles of law of attraction can actually slow down your healing process or even deepen your core wounds. Because I personally experienced this on my healing journey, and I see also some of my clients are struggling with that as well. I've decided to share a few things about this process. So first thing I want you to understand is how we get the core wounds. We are born with the fear of abandonment, and we are wired to attach in order to survive. When this fear is reinforced by neglect and when our need for love and connection is unmet, we experience in our nervous system trauma. It creates a lot of stress, and now our nervous system needs to adapt to that trauma by providing for us explanation, which we will call core wound, for why our need is unmet. Of course, with all of this, also the emotional pattern is part of that program and the coping mechanism. So when our basic needs are not met, we provide explanation for that by personalizing this. Mostly it happens when we are children. And the explanation is, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, there is something wrong with me. This is how we deal with that stress, with that pain of unmet need. And that explanation usually feels like a little bit the lift of pain, because now we understand why this is happening. And now from now on, it's stored in our subconscious mind. It becomes our part of our identity, I am statements. And we deal with this stress using the same coping mechanisms attached to that whole process. The usual coping mechanisms will include people pleasing, feeling like we need to earn someone's love, neglecting our needs, treating basically our needs the same way they were treated, experiencing a lot of anxiety. Having the result will be, of course, the low self-esteem. The main emotions which are now part of this program are, of course, anxiety and shame. So now we are arriving to the point in our lives where we learn about law of attraction. Which states you will attract to your life whatever you are focused on. So whatever happens in your life, basically, if it's unwanted and negative, it's your fault. When we'll see the principles of this law in this light, and we will now use anything negative or hurtful what happens to us on our journey, on our life, against us, this process will actually deepen our core wounds and re-traumatize us. This re-traumatization process may happen internally through our part called inner critic, which job is to remind us how faulty, bad, wrong, and shameful we are in order for us to be and strive for being a perfect self, or externally by people who are into law of attraction, into spirituality, and they use this law of attraction in their lives. And let's say it's our friend or someone we're close to, and we meet and we talk about what happened in our lives or what's not going well or how someone hurt us, let's say in the romantic relationship. This person, as an external critic, will point out you attracted this to yourself based on the law of attraction. That's the moment where our shame intensifies and reinforce the feeling of shame, reinforce the core wound, I'm not worthy, there is something wrong with me, I don't have value, I am bad. And this process of using these principles makes our core wounds deeper and our shame bigger and bigger. Nothing is healed, nothing improves when we are focusing only on these principles of the law of attraction. What will actually bring healing and finally helps us to live from that true self without shame, without that wrong self-perception of who we are and how much we deserve. We need to offer ourselves compassion and love and care. It will happen in a process of resetting, repairing relationship with our critic to make sure that this part of us is no longer shaming us, it's no longer using these tools of criticism, shaming against us, and with the knowledge about how our brain also functions. We need to remember that our core wounds are part of subconsciously stored program, and we have in our brain a specific filtering system called reticular activating system, which helps us to filter information incoming to our senses from our senses and filter only what's matching our program stored in subconscious mind. So knowing that, we need to remember that we need to work with our beliefs about ourselves, with our stored perceptions of who we are, in order to actually heal. We need to rebuild our sense of self, our worth, without shaming, without criticizing, without seeing ourselves as bad and wrong or defective. In order to end this re-traumatization process, we basically need to see our needs and meet them and no longer repeat the same attitude and behavior toward our needs, the one we adopted from our childhood. This will help us to be more authentic, and this will heal shame around these needs. We need to also accept that it's not possible to have one-sided life where only positive and beautiful things happens to us, only good emotions we feel, and only good is available and present in our life. This is not possible. As Dr. John DeMartini says, you cannot have a coin with only one side. In this universe, everything has two sides, the positive and the negative, and both sides are serving us. So at the end, I would like to encourage you to work on your core wounds, to reprogram that false beliefs coming from neglect, to meet your needs, honor them, meet them directly, meet them in the relationship with yourself. Offer yourself compassion instead of shaming. Be kinder, humanize yourself, allow yourself to have mistakes, to be imperfect. This will for sure bring more healing than focusing on the principles of one law, universal spiritual law, law of attraction, and using that principles in order to shame and blame ourselves. And when you feel vulnerable or hurt and you're going through a challenging time and you basically need someone to comfort you, and this person is using these principles as a way to comfort you or explain to you why you're going through this painful experience, try to set a boundary saying that I know you are trying to help me by using certain knowledge about how the life works, but what I actually need from you as a friend to tell me that everything will be okay, that I will get better, that I deserve to feel good, that my feelings are valid. I hope that this video was helpful, and thank you for watching.